Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I'm playing the finished version that I played way back in the day when I was a kid. I was 9 years old. It was Halloween 1995. I got this game after coming home from school and I decided to play it. Amazingly, I never beat the game until the day I turned 10. And, well, here's the demo. As you can see, it's clearly a 2D side-scroller. You do a lot of hop and bop on enemies. You do a lot of platforming. Cupcakes are clearly like the Mario coins. So, quite a bit of fun here, as you can see. Also, sometimes the Sunsoft screen will have different colors in the background, and the Sunsoft logo will disappear in various ways depending on what the background color is. And yeah, Phoenix Entertainment, you can tell just from that this is the finished product and not the beta version that is floating around somewhere, which has slightly more interesting music. They toned the music down for the final release. I don't know why. I wish they didn't. But anyway, we can go to the options menu real quick, and besides the sound test, we can choose between easy, normal, and hard for the difficulty. I'm just going to stick to normal. And the controls pretty much show what you can do. I'm pretty sure... yeah. You can press the A, B, X, and Y to change the controls if need be. The defaults allow you to throw with Y and A. You need a fruit basket to throw fruit, and I'll explain that when the time comes. X lets you hold down the X button and move the control pad to look around. I'm rarely going to use that if ever. And B, of course, is the jump button. And, of course, you move around and duck with the control pad. I don't think the L and R buttons are used for anything. And, of course, start pauses. So, we might as well just go ahead and exit out here. And remember to press B to select things on the options menu, and then go ahead and start the game. As Porky Pig is looking through holiday brochures to plan his upcoming vacation, he drifts off to sleep and finds himself in a haunted holiday nightmare. And here we go with the first level. Apparently, I managed to get Christmas at random. With the stages in this game, you can get random weather. The weather is random every time you play. I managed to luck out and get Christmas here. Sometimes it'll be spring, sometimes it'll be summer. Sometimes you'll get fall, sometimes you'll get winter. Sometimes you may get rain, and the level will be a little darker and more cloudy than normal. That is a very nice touch. Now, I could press start and just go into the level immediately, but I can just walk around here. I can kind of walk up to the mailbox for whatever reason. But I'm just going to go ahead and go right and get this thing started. And we have Christmas lights and fog. Like I said, your jaunt through the first level may look a little different compared to mine because of how the random weather works. But we have enemies to defeat, such as the bats. We have ball and chains to avoid. We have leprechauns that split into two, obviously a reference to one of the old Looney Tunes cartoons with the Porky Pig in them. The sign says ho ho ho, but it'll say something different, like keep off the grass, depending on how the weather is. And of course, you got to jump on shoes in order to defeat them. That is also a reference to another Porky Pig cartoon, the same one where the leprechauns showed up in. I can't remember which one it was off the top of my head, though. But we are now in the second section, and we might as well go ahead and beat these guys up real quick. Get some cupcakes here. The cupcakes act like the coins in Super Mario Brothers. You collect 100, you get a 1-up, and the cakes just give you points. Now we have these little chains that we can swing on. Just leap into the ball, and you'll be able to grab onto them. From there, you can use a control pad and a jump button to jump to where you need to go when you need to. Pretty simple. And then X that I just stepped on, that is a continue point. You put Porky on it, he plants a P pen it, and you can continue here instead of the beginning of the section when you die. Now for this little box with the up arrows on it. You jump on it, Daffy Duck scares you half to death with the vampire teeth, and you get rocketed up into the air. That's the first time you're going to be doing that, but it's definitely not going to be the last. And oof. Well, I guess I can do it this way. I'm going to take a little bit of a detour. I could be going to the right, past where I rocketed up with the help from Daffy, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, we're going to go all the way to the left while staying as high as possible. Because we're going to find some nifty stuff. Like this one-up. There's a possibility you can get a pudding pop icon that basically says one-up, and if you do that, you can get a one-up. And I missed out on a cupcake and a cake because I can't platform and speak at the same time, but what can you do? I showed it all off, that's all that matters. Also, those spikes are not insta-kill. And I forgot to mention the fruit basket. By pressing Y or A, default controls, assuming you're using the default controls, you throw a fruit that can destroy nearby enemies. Not that one. Not that one. That one. You also get this weird frame of animation for no reason. I guess they didn't expect you to pause the game while throwing fruit. I guess. Also, I find it amazing that I am getting the Christmas weather here because at the time of this recording, it is December the 12th. I played this in October for Try It Out Tuesday, and this is probably going to be coming up on February of 2020, maybe, or January, not sure. But it's definitely going to be on the channel in 2020 for sure. I know that's going to date the video, but what are you going to do? Also, Cauldron with Feet shoots fire upwards. That one you can't defeat. There's another pennant, and I want to go... Oof. Yeah, I should probably mention the heads-up display. You have your health all the way at the left. You lose all 4 of your hearts, you lose a life. You have your lives in the upper left, followed by the cupcakes next to that, and then your current score all the way to the upper right. And that's what I wanted to do. Want to leap up here with the help of a bat, press up at this door, and boom. You're going to go to the spider web. There's a one-up. We're definitely going to get that. And that was dumb of me. I should probably have used my fruit. Oh well. I am going to jump up and get this because there are parts where the floor is not really floor. And if you walk into them, you will fall down. So, you want to be very careful. Also, I'm going to jump on this guy because he's going to give me a hard time if I don't. And I might as well just go ahead and fight from afar with my fruit there. Get 4 hearts. And then I'm going to pop up right back here. Let's go ahead and plant this just to be safe. And from here, it doesn't seem like you should be doing this, but you need to jump all the way to the left here. You'll land here. Daffy will knock you upwards. And from here, you can jump right and continue on. Believe it or not, you can kind of hit enemies from off-screen a little bit with the fruit. It can be pretty cool. And if you jump on multiple enemies at the same time, you'll get more points. The longer you stay bopping on enemies' heads indefinitely. So you can get a lot of points. I don't know if you can get a one-off off of points, but we'll probably find out as we play through this game, I'm thinking. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap around here. Apparently I took out that leprechaun, and from here we want to watch out for the fire and grab the flashing cupcakes, because if we get them all in a row, all of a sudden this punch drink all the way to the right there is going to pop up. I want to make sure that I get it too, because I could just take the regular route out of the level, but I don't want to do that. Instead, I want to use my fruit to take care of the cauldron guys, and then make my way to the punch. When you grab the punch, you start flying. Let's go ahead and fly up to 2 1-ups and a heart. By flying all the way up here, instead of taking the usual exit, which is above where we just faded to black from, we end up in a secret room where we can get a couple of hearts and a couple of cupcakes. Really awesome. And from here, we're going to have ourselves a quasi 3D level. This may remind some of you of Mickey Mania. Remember the Prince and the Pauper stage from that game? Or that one stage from the Genesis version that was basically that in reverse and took place during the Mad Doctor stage. For some reason, the Super Nintendo version did not have that, and I don't know why I said grow up with there. I think I was saying that because I wanted to say, as I want to now, that I grew up with the Super Nintendo as a kid, and I didn't have a Genesis until 1997, and I didn't have a lot of games for it. But anyway, you want to jump up these slopes so that we don't slide down. And I'm not going to get everything or show off everything, but I will try to show off plenty of secrets when I can. And if you go over here, free cake. Free points. That's all they do. They just give you points. And we're going to go around the hard way to that slope. Be careful here. And I was lucky enough to actually leap all the way to the left there. And from here, we can leap over here, get a cake, get a heart, and then press up at this doorway to enter the next section. And now we got ourselves some platforming. We want to make our way up at the beginning here. Use up to climb up the ladders. I should probably have mentioned that earlier, but it's probably self-explanatory at this point. And from here, we need to start making our way to the right. I don't want to go over there all the way to the right because I'm pretty sure that part of the branch will fall off. And from here, we can do some more platforming. I'm not going to go all the way down and show off everything. I'm just going to take the top route here and just avoid everything that I can, so that way I can get through this level as quickly as possible. I'm pretty sure there are just cupcakes and cakes and probably a few 1-ups that I'm missing, but oh well. But anyway, we'll eventually have to go over here if we stay up top. And we will go ahead and take care of this cauldron with a fruit. Why not? And from here, let's go ahead and grab this. Now we need to make our way down carefully without hitting any spikes. Thankfully, they are not insta-kill. Now here, thankfully, I can use a fruit, throw it at the bat, get on this platform, and touch the punch again. Let's use a control pad to carefully fly around here so that way we can grab stuff and not hit spikes like a wingding. And of course we go all the way to right here to go to the next section. Now this section is the last normal one, and it's just for fun. If you can somehow stay on the slopes like I can't here for some reason, oh boy. Yeah, you can get a lot of cupcakes, and don't know why that sound played all of a sudden. But we somehow managed to take a big ol' shortcut to the bottom. Don't worry if you fall. You'll be more likely to fall onto a platform than into the bottomless pit below. Yes, there is a bottomless pit. And yes, Porky Pig does this stuff when you leave him standing here. He also faces the opposite direction of where we were last going when you go, or rather, when you stop touching the control pad in any way. So let's go ahead and go in this door, and we'll fight our first boss. It's this ghost. You want to wait for him to stop flying around the figure 8 pattern, and then when he takes his hat off, you leap towards him, you hit him in the head. He has 5 units of health. You can see that at the right end of the screen below the score. And once you take all 5 of those hits down, he's gone. Also, in case this looks weird, that's because this game does not emulate very well even on the best emulators. Like, this game has, like, displays the boss levels in some weird ways compared to the regular levels. This one is tough to emulate 100% accurately, but, well, this is probably the best way we can do it. And after those 5 bops on the head, you want to avoid those ghosts he shoots out of his hat, by the way. His eyes turn red and then they fly away. You don't want to touch his eyes either. Those things do hurt you. And that was a rather fun little jaunt through the first level. Level 2 is Dry Gulch Town, but that will have to wait until the next video. Join me next time where we play the second level of Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!